America has chosen its next president. It's going to be Joe Biden. We have Kathy Joshi, advisor South Asians for Biden. Kathy, should I congratulate you now?
Yes, please do. The entire Biden campaign and the way they reached out to so many different communities and constituencies is what's made this possible. And I am so delighted to be with you today.
So Pennsylvania is the state that did it for Mr. Biden, but I don't think the Trump campaigners and the Trump camp is particularly pleased. I mean, they seem to say that this is nothing but voter fraud. And it'll be challenging.
Well, yes. And I think they're going to continue to say that, unfortunately, and continue to spew lies. Listen, Rudy Giuliani just said that they they countered and they wanted their observers 6 feet closer, and they got it. He lied right there on television. They got closer. They had to put on masks, and they won in that respect. They've been watching, the votes have been counting, but this whole idea of voter fraud is constantly something that the Republicans put out there. And unfortunately, some people buy into it, but when you look at the history and you talk to a campaign lawyer, an election lawyer, they will tell you it's categorically false. It is, if I could take a moment and just say how meaningful it is that the race has been called for 4 years, Sanket. What has happened in this country is abysmal. And especially Black and brown communities have suffered. To take a personal moment, my parents immigrated to the United States from Gujarat in 1971. What was happening the last 4 years is not the reason why they came to this country. And so it is a wonderful day for democracy. And of course, there are people who are not going to be happy about this. I hope we do have a peaceful transition of power. I'm not sure we're going to, but I'm hoping for the best. But, we've had what the Trump administration has done for the last few years has undermined the ideals of this country. And now I feel like so many people can breathe a sigh of relief. And I've been getting phone calls and texts, and people are in tears and people are choked up because I think we now have our country back.
All right. It is important here to underscore the fact that Kamala Harris will be the first woman of color as the vice president. So that's brought a big smile onto your face as well.
Yes. Oh, yes. Well, I could say a lot about that. And what I will say is that to know that a daughter of Indian immigrants is going to be our vice president is remarkable. To have a woman of color, to have an African-American woman there who is going to be a role model for all. We're going to have little girls saying, hey, I can do that, is amazing. And again, Kamala Harris has talked about the influence of her grandfather on her life and taking walks in India with him. And as somebody who did that with her dada in Ahmedabad, it is really amazing to know that her life experience parallels a part of mine. It's really remarkable.